Okay, so I saw Dunkirk today. So now I've seen every Christopher Nolan movie ever. That was his 10th movie. Um, so what did I think of it? So Dunkirk, if you don't know, it's basically about the Battle of Dunkirk, which uh, what happened was the Germans kind of invaded France and they kind of took over, uh, and all these men were in the town of Dunkirk, and the British were trying to get the men out of there because the Germans I'm pretty sure took over France, and it's them trying to get out, and it was a really interesting story, uh, but the thing is they didn't give you much information about what actually happened, because if I had no idea what happened in this, which I didn't know that much about it, I still don't know much about it. Before I saw the movie, I'd be very lost, because it kind of just throws you in the middle of it, and it doesn't explain things very well. So if you didn't know what the Battle of Dunkirk is, it's kind of confusing. So you're gonna have to do some research before you watch a movie. So, but the story is very interesting. We follow some different people. The people on the beach, some people in the sea, some people in the sky. The three parts of it. They each have different people that we follow, and watching just them try and survive is very interesting. Probably the most interesting part of it was the people on the boat. They just had some random civilians come and try and get as many men as they could, and Mark Rylance' character was probably the best in the movie. And the people on his boat was very interesting, because some stuff happens on the boat that it gets a little crazy, and you're like, oh wow. And the whole idea of them just getting civilians to save them because they couldn't get any real army ships or navy ships, was kind of interesting. And in this movie, the cinematography is great, costume design is great. Just the scenes on the beaches there's so many great shots in it with it's just so many people. Just it's really well shot. Not as good as Interstellar, or even maybe a tiny bit better than Inception, but yeah, really good looking. The costumes were great. Hans Zimmer's score, not the kind of music I would want to listen to, but it works for the movie. I watched a thing about how they did a thing with they take different, I don't know. Anyways, but so it sounds like the music is always rising, but it never actually is. It just sounds like it's continuously going up, and that works so well because, a lot of times the music builds and it builds, but and then it stops, and then the tension's over, but it just keeps building, and that was crazy. So yeah, those aspects of it, the look and the sound, the sounds of the battle, the explosions, the gunshots, just in that theater was rumbling, great sounding, great looking, but the substance, was a little, the story itself is interesting, and I feel like the movie's, it's more about the situation, it's more about Dunkirk. It's not like we need super amazing deep characters, but the thing is, none of the characters really, almost nothing about them, and I feel like there should have been another 30 minutes at the beginning of this movie, to help explain what happened at the beginning of the battle, and give you some more background on the characters. So if it could have just given us some more, I feel like this movie would have been perfect. But it has really weak characters. Not the weakest, but pretty weak characters. So Um, it didn't hit that emotional note like it should have at times. Um, so, other than that, a good movie. Not Christopher Nolan's best, but I would recommend it. It's definitely in theaters. See it in theaters. That's all I gotta say about that.